And then you have the special envoy to combat anti-Semitism in the U.S., who also had a statement, Rabbi Yehuda Kaplan, or Kaploon, however you pronounce his name. And he has a lot to say as well about the scourge of anti-Semitism. Let's listen to him. He comes and makes this announcement.
The president is sending a very strong message. Think about it. Ironically, I get off a plane. I am the president's representative, and I am walking off with a yarmulke, and I have kosher food, and embassies will have kosher food. It is a game changer. The appointment is a game changer. And it's not about history. It's about education. And how do we educate? Indonesia has 350 million Muslims living in the country. How do we change their textbooks? How do we hold the people in Gaza accountable that if America is paying for UN textbooks and supposedly the changes are made, why are those textbooks not being used, and why are they using their old textbooks? We have to teach people it's not okay to educate your kids to be a martyr. Okay?
Don't educate your children about being shaheed, martyrdom. Like, don't teach your children. We have to edit the textbooks in Muslim countries like Indonesia. We have to edit them to change the doctrine, to change Islamic theology. Don't teach your kids the importance of being shaheed. Look at, they're just openly announcing this. The special envoy to combat anti-Semitism.
And we have to hold those countries accountable. How do we battle anti-Semitism on the internet? How are we doing better on algorithms? What companies can we work with? We are going to have a whole division within the office of the Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism that is going to work on technology and working with the greatest leaders in technology, many of whom are Jewish and have offered their assistance. The office is going to be revamped entirely to be one of the highest profile offices in the State Department, because that's what the secretary wants and that's what the president wants. So we are
the highest profile office in the executive branch of the U.S. government under the President of the United States is going to be the Office to Combat Anti-Semitism. You have like a Department of State, you have a Department of War, previously known as, you have the Department of Foreign Affairs, or whatever, or that's under the Department of State. But you have now a Department to Combat Anti-Semitism, or it's an office that's going to be falling under one of these other departments, and it's going to be the highest profile in the executive branch of the U.S. government. Okay, that's what the president wants. That's what Donald Trump wants. And that office is going to be concerned with what? Fighting anti-Semitism, not only in the United States, but globally, holding these countries accountable, making sure their textbooks are not teaching anti-Semitic hate, not teaching anything against Israel.
We are going to have a very, very strong mandate on education, on protecting people, and how are we able to make a huge difference in combating what goes on.
Huge difference in combating what goes on in all these different countries. This is Rabbi Yehuda, the U.S. anti-Semitism czar, Trump's pick for the U.S. anti-Semitism czar, working with the tech companies, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Obviously, they bought by Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, hardcore Zionist, American. He's not Israeli, but he's American. Jewish American and close friend of Benjamin Netanyahu, buys TikTok, and now you can't really post anything against Israel on TikTok without it being flagged, without it being deboosted. So that's already the algorithm manipulation is happening, and that's not far enough. We have to change the textbooks. They've already been manipulating all the textbooks in the Muslim countries. We've covered this on Muslim Skeptic. They go and they want to make the Muslim textbooks more liberal, more pro-feminist, more pro-LGBT, and they want to erase any signs of anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism means being pro-Palestinian, being critical of Israel. That means you are an anti-Semite, and those textbooks have to be edited. And if you don't use the edited textbooks that have been approved by these Jewish textbook monitors, then your country is going to get sanctioned. Your country is going to face sanctions economically and other types of consequences. That's what Rabbi Yehuda is saying. We need international consequences for these Muslim countries. So this is what you can expect to be pushed more and more with these kinds of events, these tragic terror events that have taken place.